Yeah, welcome to the show, folks. It's Ed. I'm with Free Circle. Have a special for you today. Of course, you know, I have something to say. We're sitting here today, beautiful Klamath County, Oregon, with retired veteran from the Army, Alan. How you doing today, Alan?
All right.
Today we're going to discuss decisions or disasters. Let's get into it, huh? Yeah, throughout life, we always come across decisions. We have to make decisions. Decisions are hard sometimes. Right or wrong, there's consequences to decisions. So, you know, when we're young in life, a lot happens that we tend to make bad decisions. We don't use critical thinking as much. It's more spontaneous. What social media is saying is what we're apt to believe. Nowadays, it's a funny world. What do you think, Alan?
It's a funny one.
It's a funny one, sure is. Yeah, so anyway, what we're going to discuss about today is Alan. You know, Alan's been through hell in his life, and here he is, a retired veteran, worked his ass off all his life, and it's like he got kicked right in the... Yeah. So, anyway, Alan, what you made the decision to go into the military. Was that a forced decision, or did you decide on your own to go into the military?
That was my own decision.
Your own decision, huh? Yeah, well, why did you decide to go into the military?
Well, I had the decision of making a choice of finishing school or following in like my dad's footsteps. And I went my dad's way.
So you followed into your dad's footsteps. That's not a very wise decision sometimes, is it?
Well, no, but mine was the right one. I wound up being in the same battalion my dad was during the Korean War.
So you followed your dad into the Korean War?
No, he was in the Korean War with the 94th Engineer Battalion. I went to Germany and I was with the 94th Engineer Battalion.
Oh, so you served in Germany.
Yes,
And what did you do in Germany?
as a watermaster.
You were a watermaster. Well, heck, that's interesting. So, with your training from the military, did it teach you to make better decisions in your life?
Well, I was a little better cooperating with other jobs.
So you qualified better in other employment situations?
Yes.
Interesting. So what was your MOS other than watermaster? Did you have any other...
I volunteered to become a tank operator.
Tank operator. That's a heck of a job right there.
All that weight I was controlling being a driver.
Yeah. So, you know, you don't just slap an idiot behind a tank.
No.
No, you don't. So anyway, so how long did you actually serve in the military on active duty?
Almost 4 years.
So what is that, 2 tours, huh?
Yes.
So now you carried those skills over with you into the civilian life. How did those skills help you adapt and maintain employment through your civilian career?
Well, it taught me to learn a little better and know what the job was at the time.
So it made you understand direction?
Yes.
Okay. So did you put your whole heart, you wanted this and everything as a career to be in the military, and you ended up serving 4 years? Go ahead.
I spent 16 years in the sanitation business, and I wound up being the foreman.
So you were foreman under sanitation department. All right. So now, what is your age, Alan?
I'm 63.
Alan's 63. Alan served quite a while in employment, and he had a stint in the military. It's not easy just living life, is it, Alan?
No, it isn't.
Alan's been homeless. He's been kicked in the groin a few times, and he's been pushed to the brink of the thoughts of suicide several times because of life struggles, as many of us have. What happened to bring your disability on, Alan?
I had a few handicaps. I had a few handicaps that brought me into drawing my BA. I drew that for something like 5 years before. Then I decided to draw my Social Security.
Well, we don't really care about what your income or personal information really is, Alan. What I'm kind of pushing at is your injury that really took you out, where you kind of needed help in life, assistance.
I had started having troubles with my high blood pressure and stuff, and I broke my hip, and I had one disability in the service with my right arm.
So you had a bum arm, some internal issues with pressures, you broke your leg, or your hip, excuse me, and you had a hip implant put in. Also, you had a operation that opened you up internally a couple times there. You went in for ruptured gangrenous gallbladder.
Yeah, gallbladder gangrene.
Gangrene gallbladder, and they just took that out, huh?
They took the gallbladder out. Then I wound up having internal problems with my digestion system.
Right. You had a back-to-back situation there. When you first moved to Klamath County here, you thought it was like a heat stroke situation.
Yes.
And we went over for emergency surgery. It ended up being
a double.
Well, what happened was we went over and the doc said, no, it's urgent. You need this done now. So you couldn't go to the VA, and it was a forced, you've got to have your gangrenous gallbladder taken out right now. So that was a forced situation upon you. How did you feel?
Well, at the time I really think that I needed the situation done, and they had to send me to Portland to the VA so I could have the right
Right. So the
situation took care of.
exactly. So what happened is you went in for emergency operation. They did this operation here locally,
I would,
and then they found other major problems, and they life you over to Portland for
the other one.
the mesenteric valve surgery. So this was an urgent care thing. It wasn't something like you were going to go make a doctor's appointment and get it taken care of. If you didn't get it taken care of right then, you were going to die.
I was on my deathbed with the gangrene.
Well, I was there, Alan. I remember, and the surgeon came out and told me. So this should have been covered under your VA health care, and it wasn't. And we were guaranteed at the time, because he came out and I brought that up to him also. So now you've got this big medical thing where it affected your credit because of your medical situation. How does that make you feel?
Well, it bothers me. It put me in a bind where I can't do nothing.
So what do you, so you receive some benefits from them. They are helping you. You get a disability pension. So now those medical bills are just stacked up on you, and it deprives you of certain amenities that you need. And then to compile the issue, what happened was they gave you your VA disability pension first, and then after you turned 62, you received
My Social Security.
a retirement pension. So now, when you receive that retirement pension, we automatically called and notified
The VA.
the VA of your income change, because, as I told you, that was probably based on your income level. What happened? What did the VA do for you there?
Well, they went 5 months before they decided to take it, deduct the VA,
Right.
and it put me in a bind.
So what happened is you sent the paperwork in, you reported the changes, and they sent you a letter saying that you needed to do nothing at that time. Your changes were taken care of. So 5 months goes by, and then bam, they hit you. They didn't give you warning. They didn't tell you anything. They just took how much? $250.
$250 a month.
$250 out of your income each month. And there was no warning, just boom.
None at all.
You had a situation where you were extended out, and that just overextended you. And how long has that been?
I got 4 months still to go pay.
So how long have they been deducting?
8 months now.
8 months. So you were able to file an appeal. They sent you the paperwork for this appeal. I helped you get it filled out, and we sent that off. All the information that you provided was there, stable, and what happened?
They lost it.
They lost it. So
I called every 2 months to see if they'd found it. They never did come up with it.
So they haven't done anything about that, and it's been 8 months, and they have deprived you of your funds that they overpaid you intentionally, apparently. And as an honest citizen, you did as you were supposed to do by law, and then there was no mediation, there was nothing, they just took it. You requested with the papers that you sent in for that to be taken off and dissolved, because actually it was their mistake, not yours. You did as the law.
They blamed me for it.
Well, they penalized you for it. I don't know if they blamed you for it, but you did definitely get penalized for doing the right thing. And this is how the vets seem to get treated anymore these days, and it just disgusts me. Anybody that's willing to serve voluntarily in the military, they should be taken care of. And they just keep on slapping vets in the face. I hope there's recourse of action taken on your part by somebody out there. You know, you're a disabled vet that has had a very troubled life and did as you were supposed to do. So here we are, the vets getting their, again, when do you think they'll change it?
I don't think they ever will.
You don't think they ever will?
They just love running over us vets.
They just love running over the vets, yep. And, you know, there's not much you can do. It's just this big conglomerate that just devours and feeds off of individuals. You were young when you volunteered to go in. You were feeling patriotic, wanted to go in, do your duty, and years later, when you're old and crippled and you need a little help, this is the treatment that you get. This is how they treat veterans. When are we going to say enough is enough? It's like a clown situation. Big circus ring. Well, it's been a pleasure speaking with you today, Alan. Thank you for coming and sharing your story with us. And I hope you enjoyed speaking out. All right, folks. We're going to wrap it up this time. Stand loud, stand proud, talk loud, and be heard. Doesn't matter your situation, you're important. America needs you. We are a great big chain. Each one of us is a link in the chain. America needs every one of its links to be strong. We are only as strong as our weakest link. I'm proud to be an American. This nation is the best nation on earth. And we need to make it right. Stand proud. stand long, stand hard. I stand with you, I stand with America. God bless America. Thank you, veterans, for all that you do. Thank you, police, firefighters, all first responders, volunteers. You're all number one and precious. We all need attitude checks on both sides. We see law enforcement doing some bad things. That doesn't make them all bad. What you have to do is get the spoiled apples out of the basket. That way the rest doesn't spoil. We're America. We're one. Stand proud, long, hard. God bless you. Free Circle out.